Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Battle Brothers with me, Cornish-Knight. Now, before we kick off, we have some more interesting news from the developers. They're renegotiating they're redoing the negotiation table, or the negotiation screen for... good. They know, they are basically fixing some of the issues that they had. Predominantly, I believe they are fixing... I'm just trying to explain it the best way I can. Basically, the way negotiations work in this game is that you basically negotiate and you get better pay. Now, the new way that it is going to work in the update is that when you take on a contract, you basically... there's like a set pool of money, and you can get a bit more money out of it various ways, but also you negotiate to affect what percentage is paid, what way, like in advance or overall or per head. You can get more money by having getting more heads for killing people. Anybody worth here? Ooh, cultist. Maybe. That might be useful to have. But he's rather low. Berserker. Minus... Let's see what this cultist is like. Clumsy. No, he's not great. I mean, he can be brought up to snuff, but... that bag's not going to go him any good either. I need to start repairing this. Repair some of these things in advance. You can, for anyone who's wondering, if you do Alt and right click, you can like repair stuff that's in your inventory. What's his name? Ambledore. Do we have anybody who's not named? Let's just check the list. Let's call him Wiseman. After our dear departed friend, is he any perks? No. He's got okay skill. I mean, maybe give him a pike or something. Actually, why is that guy not armed with a... It's hard. It's one of these things you have to be really thoughtful of how to do. If push comes to shove, I can always just throw him in as someone who can hack stuff. I do wish they'd have a bit more people on the party front lines. It's getting a bit ridiculous in some regards. Peat blocks, that's cheap actually for peat. Get some gathered supplies. Anything cheap here besides that? No. Ah well. I do like that, but the armor's terrible and people just go straight for the helmet. A couple of light crossbows. Nah. Not massively fond of them. Sell one of those. Sell the hand axe. Rightio. Let's go and get some work. As I said, let's go and get some work now. Work down there, perhaps that's a long way. Could try getting work up here. There's goblins. Maybe I should go down here and see if I can clear some of this. That's a wolf pack there, which is a pain to deal with. they have been releasing a lot more information. For example, the campaign map is going to be changing quite a lot, and it's going to be a lot more dynamic. So, for example, if you have, say, down here at Ottenwatch, they're going to have things that are predominantly related to goblins, I believe. If this is an example, like what you have located nearby dictates what kinds of contracts you're going to have, because it's deliberately shaped towards that. So if you have someone saying, "Oh, there's beasts attacking our village," you'll go into town and you'll notice there'll be less people about. That's what they describe it as to be. Like, you'll see that you maybe come across stuff out in the world and say, "Oh, look, there's basically a group of people who've been eaten by animals," and it's all that kind of character, like world building stuff, which sounds really nice. What's this? This is all like clearing out goblin. Yeah, this is like another goblin camp. I've got obligations. That's okay advice, but the problem is that they're really expensive. Let's make sure everybody's happy and bed down for. Makes everyone bed down. It's dawn now anyway. So the slight problem I have, for those of you who haven't noticed, that when I press to leave, it basically sort of pauses my game slightly, which is a bit frustrating. Okay, I'm out of repair tools. So they probably checked in with there, to be honest. Well, maybe I can go up this way and have some kind of work. Really don't want to be taking out clearing. The problem is we're on day 100 and this is the furthest I've ever gotten veteran mode, so I'm really happy about that, but at the same time we're at the point now where most of the basic contracts are, because of my reputation, which is famed, which is like top, like notch, like we're at the situation now where it's all the basic faction jobs are go and clear out these bases, and all this thing is like great. So what have we got left that needs repairing? As long as all our guys are covered for repair stuff. Actually, I should have probably kept a weapon for him so he could defend himself. I don't think about that. Curses. There's a place around here which makes tools, gems, salt mine. Perhaps up here. I mean, we've got enough money to last us 22 days, so it's not bad. But that doesn't count. That doesn't add into account, like take into account stuff like tool repairs and stuff like that. Sunsetting. No, the maps, as I said earlier, the maps will be changing. The world is going to be a lot more dynamic. So stuff that's like affecting it, like bandit encampments nearby, you're going to have lots of problems with like bandits, and they'll get you to deal with the bandits. It's that kind of thing. It's not going to be like, oh, we've had bandit trouble and suddenly like a bandit camp will appear. It will be the bandit camp already exists in the world and it will be having a physical effect on the world, and they've called you in to help you deal with some of those effects. It's basically, instead of it being like a cause and effect, like instead of it being effect and a cause, which is like they're being affected by it so that it sort of exists, when the update is released it will be that it exists, thus that it has effects on the world, which is a lot more dynamic system. Maybe these guys have a job for me. Their sword isn't too bad. Could try to take their peat further up north. I need some repair tools though. That's not too bad a price for repair tools, to be honest. blacksmith, armourer. What's my company looking like? What's the people on the front? I need to get some more shields, I did remember that. I'm not happy with doing it because this is a rip-off price, but the problem is you need good shields. It pains me to do this, and I know I'm paying top dollar for this, but you need to be having good shields for people. They're going to be going for him then. Sunderfell, there's a man by the name of Watcher the Council is waiting for it. I do not believe the task will be easier to cargo is rather precious to certain people. Let's talk about money. Pay 570 more on completion. Accept this offer. That's going to be changing. The whole negotiation thing is changing. Like, there's going to be less flexible coin purchase per se, from what I can understand. Like the pot of money that they have to negotiate with. Like for example, we could negotiate up and we'd get more money, but in the new one it's going to be like a limited pool of money you can get, full stop. But you can negotiate, for example, you could get some more in advance, you could get more crowns per head, so you could get more money that way. It's going to be a lot more dynamic. In the south, Sanderfeld in the southwest. Where's Sanderfell? Got all the way down there. 700 for 500 gold. Doesn't really seem worth it. Saint Sicko comes along with a small boy racing at his side. When they get to you, the pair talk at the same time, stop and then start again. You hold your head up, and then point to the little boy, who immediately says that Guffart, the merchant, wishes to see you, and you point to the bat above, who says a local bitch has birthed puppies. Maybe the Kerner company could take one person. You literally tell the boy to take you to this master, so he takes you to his master, who is found already waiting for you. You find Gotthard, the merchant, studying a few maps on his desk. He trails his finger along the edge of one map and continues on to another. I need you to escort a caravan. It will be dangerous, of course. That's why I go to you, Cell, so they're interested. Let's talk money. No. Yeah, so that's when the negotiation goes bad, basically. Normally I wouldn't push it that hard, but the little we were being paid for basically escorting caravan, plus it was going to be tool skulls, so you're looking at least bandit raiders by this point in the game, if not orcs, maybe direwolves. That'd be one interesting thing I'd like to see. I'd like to see like direwolf-like lairs, like just be like dens, or direwolf dens or something like that. That would be cool to see. We'd like to see that. Like, we're a bit low on money now, we need to take some jobs. Everything's tucked up and done. If nothing goes up, we just grab the job there and go back south. I know we're not making like seriously good funds, but I don't know. The problem is it's the risk versus reward scenario in this stage of the game at Veteran, is that if you like get too greedy, you suffer party wipe really easily. Right, got a single contract. This is one of these head jobs. How much are we talking about? 290 crowns in advance, another 50 crowns per head you take. I accept the offer. Good, okay, accept the contract. War dog. That might be useful for taking out necromancers actually. It's a bit pricey for me at the moment. Bit low on resources. Still off that. My food supply, how's that looking? Not great. Probably get some tools for the journey. Also, they're overhauling like the they're overhauling basically the equipment, not equipment, but like marketplace items, like goods. That's all being changed as well. They said that they were making it a lot more dynamic, so the prices will fluctuate a lot more. So as our first port of call up there, yeah, they basically said that it's going to be a lot more dynamic. We're going to be because of how like the new like world mechanics will work, which is like cause and effect. Well, effect and cause, I suppose we call it, rather than cause and effect. It's going to be that prices fluctuate a lot more because there's going to be buildings that are going to be destroyed, which means that certain items aren't going to be produced as much quantity, and all that kind of stuff, which will be interesting to see. Now, along this road, if I'm not mistaken, yep, there are bandits. Many bandit raiders. Now, you could be a problem for me, Sonny Jim. Take me in the mountains if you dare. Oh, come on, I was in the mountains. Lots of heavily armed bandits. Seriously, you managed to hit me all the way from there? He's already wavering, just great. I could try pulling back, but it's probably not worth it. Who do we want to hit? Concentrate all our fire on probably him. And we miss. Probably need to aggressively push with these guys, because they're all relatively good quality warriors. He's already injured. He's covered by people now as well, which is a pain. But I missed anyway. Right, we've got to sweep around on this flank and take them. Get ready to push, men. We shall pin them in place. Trying to get to high ground. Right, if I take another hit like that, he's done. So I had to be careful with him. Right. They've got the throwing weapons out. We can do this. But if we charge them now, they'll have to spend turns getting stuff up. Rightio. First off, we need to hit these guys. Ah. Seriously? Take that. Right. Hold off on him. Right, we're gonna do this. We have to do this now. Just need to think about how we're gonna do this. 100%, or we can kill him and push. Headshot. Come on. His health is bad, we need to pull him back. damage is more wide, he's got better helmet on. Ah. Problem is, if I bring him forward, he may get hit. I don't want that. Figuring out what's going on. We need to take him down. Well, we got a nice thingy. Well done, Twisted. You let fly and bury an arrow in the man's shoulder. Right, which one is going to be the likeliest to hit him? Probably we need to take care of him. Ooh, yes. VDR just steps up and just cleaves into the man, like cutting open a major artery, and blood flies everywhere. Right. Hold off his turn. We've got to jab him. Good, good. Wotion 9 as staff, nicely done. Right, we've got to rush. Because I want to get him there. But I don't want it to be a 2-on-1 evenly. So we could put him into there. He hasn't got the best armour, unfortunately. Got to put him up there, give him a shield defense. Then we're going to move him here. Ouch, that's bad. Right, they're getting out their two-handed weapons. Nicely done. Right, we need to get rid of at least him if we can. Oh, we pierced his hand, he's not going to be much use. Ooh, decapitation, we broke the archer, that's fantastic. But now we got the problem with this guy, who we need to deal with. Ooh, even better. You shoot at me. His health is not great. But what I want to do is I want to put him up here and stick shield defense on so we get a nice bonus. Oh, he rallied. Okay, they're focusing down that guy, I can't allow that. Okay, where can I put him? Probably here would be for the best. Hold off on a turn. We need to break those archers. Missed, curses. Right. I need to move up my men into a better firing position. Ah. his... Oh, that's bad. He's going to get hammered if I'm not careful. Got no choice, I have to move him here. Whew, that was close. Right, crack his shield. Stab him in the eyes. Ooh. Nicely done. Yeah, just the first steps up and just cleaves into the man's Achilles tendon, the back of the leg, just cuts his ankle wide open. There's no point chasing them down, we won't catch them. These guys, oh, he's got a nasty pierced leg. I'm gonna switch him out. We got some nice armour though. Some nice helmets. Now we just need to level them up. His resolve is terrible. That might be nice. Crippling strike with your enemy's lowest threshold. Chance to hit. Yeah, that's nice. Actually, backstab is a good one to have for most people, to be honest. To give him injuries is always a nice one. That one's nice. Right, so we need to switch him out because he's got an injury. Put him in the line. He's hurt as well, which isn't great. When he gets up, I want to take the berserker thing. It's useful for all of them. He's pretty beaten as well. How long would it take him to heal up? 3 to 5 days. I mean, I can switch him out for him. He needs to get experience. I mean, I could give him the pike. All these questions. How bad is his health off? This is why you need loads of men, so you can switch out the ones that have got poor health and they can heal. Got 6 days left of the patrol. You need to get moving, really. But we are out of time for the ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to get to the settlement up here and resupply, and then we shall call it quits. No, the developers have announced all kinds of really interesting things. They're changing like the negotiation system. They're changing like the contracts as well, and like the effects it has on the world. So it's well worth checking out their blogs. Anything interesting? Sell off some stuff. Yeah, that's where we're going to end it for the day, ladies and gentlemen. If you've liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at the links provided below. Or just leave a comment in the comment section and I'll get back into contact with you. If you want to have a character named in the game, just leave it in the comment section as well. I'm always needing new names for characters. I've been Cornish-Knight, and I shall catch you all next time. Goodbye.